What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be telling you 5 shocking things that you might not know about buying new construction. Make sure that you pay attention if you're thinking about buying a home and new construction is something that you're considering. You're definitely going to want to watch all 5 of these, so make sure you stay with me. Coming in at number 1 is that when you tour the model homes, they are undeniably amazing. They are so gorgeous. They are, in fact, there to compel you to buy a new home with the builder. So that's not really that surprising. But the surprising thing is a lot of the upgrades that you will find in a model home are actually not available for purchase. For example, you may be touring a model home, or you may be, kind of in the design phase of building the home that you've purchased from that builder. And you may say, hey, I really want that wallpaper that's in the model home. And they're going to say, sorry, we don't actually have that as an option. So you're just going to want to be aware that you shouldn't be falling too hard in love with a lot of the upgrades and some of the features that you're seeing when you're touring those model homes. A lot of them are not really things that you can purchase. Coming in at number 2 is that upgrades are very expensive. A lot of people don't realize when they're looking at the gorgeous model homes that what you would actually get with your baseline sticker price looks nothing like what's in those model homes. The average consumer in the Northern Nevada market spends an additional 5 to 20% of the purchase price just on upgrades, which, as you can imagine, could be quite costly. Without any upgrades, you're getting builder grade everything. A lot of times in some communities that includes carpet, which I'm not a fan of. It includes, very basic countertops and other finishes. So when you pay for upgrades, we're talking about premium flooring options, upgraded kitchen appliances, countertops and cabinets, enhanced lighting fixtures and ceiling fans, and possibly additional structural options, or even in some cases, additional rooms. It also might include luxury bathroom upgrades, which may be things like spa tubs, double vanities, or custom tile work. When you get into the exterior, we're talking about patio extensions, outdoor kitchens, and other outdoor features. In most cases in our market, landscaping is not an option. They will require you, though, if there's an HOA, typically they're going to give you a certain amount of time before you are required to actually landscape your own yard. So it comes as a dirt pit, and by the bylaws in your community, you actually have to pay to have it upgraded, and there's a timeline on that. So keep that in mind in your overall cost of purchasing new construction. I'm going to keep rolling, you guys, but make sure you stay with me because number 5 is by far the most shocking, and this is the one that actually deters most people from purchasing new construction. Coming in at number 3 is new construction usually has a pretty extensive timeline. It does depend on where within the construction timeline that you're actually agreeing to purchase the home. In our market, from dirt lot to move-in ready, the average timeline is about 10 months. So within that, if you're agreeing to purchase a home that is partially started or under construction, or maybe you can't customize every little thing, but you're okay with the bones and you want to customize the design features, that might take less than 10 months. And of course, almost all new builders will have some move-in ready homes. If you're in a rush, I'm not saying that you have to wait 10 months, but I'm saying that it could take up to 10 months without any delays for weather, for supply chain issues. Like if you remember back during the pandemic, we had crazy supply chain issues, and a lot of what happened was people were under contract to purchase homes. The world shut down. We were unable to get a lot of building materials and supplies. So that caused a lot of people to then fall out of contract and potentially even lose their deposits. So you want to just be aware that that is something that can happen. All right, as I mentioned, number 5 is the most shocking, and we're getting there. We're on number 4, so make sure you keep watching. So coming in at number 4 is that the sales reps at these new construction communities, they don't work for you. They have no agency with you. They represent the builder. It's basically like buying a resale home and trusting that the seller's agent, the listing agent, is going to give you the best advice. It's not something that you want to entrust to a party that has no loyalty to you, no agency with you, and is not representing you. They are, by contract, representing the best interest of the builder. It is a common misconception, and they will tell you you do not need to have a buyer's agent when you're buying new construction. And you know what? You don't. You also don't need a surgeon when you're doing open heart surgery. You could do that yourself too, but why would you? The reason they tell you this is because the builder has to pay the commission for your agent. So of course they're gonna tell you you don't need one, and they can do the whole thing without you, and they can, and you'll still probably end up with a house. The problem is there's gonna be no one there to defend you if something goes wrong. If your buyer's agent, your representation, is not with you when you sign in to tour those properties and those model homes, you can never go back and never ever go back and say, oh wait, I need an agent. So just make sure that if you're at all interested in touring new construction, that you have an agent who's gonna be there to sign in with you. All right, you guys, you've been super patient. As promised, I told you number 5 is potentially the most shocking and the one thing that most of my buyers become deterred by. Deterred enough in a lot of cases to actually decide that resale is gonna be the better route over new construction. So here it is. The property taxes in our market for new construction homes are a whopping 1% of the purchase price. Not the sticker price, the actual purchase price, which includes all your upgrades and everything else. 1% is extremely, extremely high. That's a huge bill to be paying on top of all the expenses of being a homeowner every single year. So just make sure that you are well aware of that before deciding that new construction is the way you want to go. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. If you have any further questions about new construction or the home buying or selling process in general, I'm your girl. You can book a free call with me. There's a link to do that in the show notes below. It's no obligation, as I mentioned, completely free, just a chance to connect, get your questions answered, and see if we might be a good fit to work together. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you haven't already, hit that like and that subscribe button. I put out new videos every single week about the Northern Nevada lifestyle, the Reno Sparks housing market, and of course, all things to do with buying and selling real estate. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.